everyone. We are back again. Thank you for staying tuned with us. For those who first time log in, let me introduce myself. My name is Angela.
Hello, I'm Kobe. So welcome to the International Prop Chat again, episode 18. So every Friday at 9:30 p.m., our team will share perspective projects on different countries. So last week we were talking about diversification of the investment portfolio. So it is an opportunity when it comes to countries' instability, or when we talk about like our FD rate now, which is only like 1.9% to 2% from the banks. So property is always more stable when you compare to stock and share, which goes up and down or fluctuates, right?
Absolutely. I was in the stocks and the shares market before, and now I prefer owning properties, getting rent and sell it whenever the right times comes in.
Like getting a rent in Australia, right?
All right. You are right, absolutely. Okay, diversification is always a very safe investment.
Yeah, like owning a property overseas also pack on the currency. So like getting rental from a foreign currency, for example, USD or Australian dollar, which consider a strong currency. So for Cambodia, like we mentioned in every episode, we would like to highlight again. All real estate transactions take place in US dollar. So in fact, Cambodia's economy is highly dollarized.
All right, yes, Cambodia has been experiencing strong economic expansion over the past few decades, and this is supported by the large multinationals corporations that has been lured there because of the country's low taxes, business friendliness, and eliminating the currency risk. Nevertheless, the good partnerships with China for generations. Cambodia has been very close with China.
Yeah, like in our episode 17, we mentioned that China has contributed to the largest portion of foreign investment to Cambodia for the past few years, which has made Cambodia one of the most fastest developing countries in the world. So despite having their own currency, which is Khmer Real, so US dollar are still widely used in almost all the daily transaction, including business, investment, and of course property purchase. I think people who have been there, they will know they need to change USD instead of the real currency. Even when we took Grab, we paid in USD. Do you remember?
Yes, yes. But make sure you had lots of small notes, like
Yeah.
a dollar or $5, and you don't have to use $100 all the time because by the time they return to you, they will actually return you back to real. So it's best to have it small notes, five to maximum 10 is really good enough. Yes, US dollars is still the preference compared with real. Being the world's most resilient currencies, investors undertake lesser risk to currency fluctuations when buying a property in Cambodia. So you're saying owning a property in Cambodia is like owning US dollars. Is that right?
Well said, actually. So for last few episodes on Cambodia property, so mostly our payment plan scheme we mentioned, but this time there is a loan for those who are actually keen on Cambodia property. So this project is located at a prime area called Tukok, a central business district, and this project name is called TK Star.
So anyone of the audience here has been to Cambodia? Can you help me to type one so that we know? And in fact, we do have, of course, right now you can't go anywhere, but once this is open, we do actually organize a property tour to Cambodia. You can register with us as well, okay? So coming back to TK Stars is at Two Kok districts. It's actually situated at northwest Phnom Penh. Actually, this part of the city just a few years ago was undeveloped and look more like in Cambodia's countryside than the capital cities. As the the city's commercial expanded, Togo has modernized already at a very incredible rate. There are many mixed development and projects pop up over the past few years. For example, the Gateway, just now as we see in the video, TK Avenue, and another one that is new one is Samai Square, and Ponapant City Center as well. We call it PPCC, as well as the Ian Mall too. Chloe, why do we choose TK Stars?
Actually, I would say that at this desired location, this project is called TK Star. So it's actually surrounded by a lot of amenities. So if we look at the map, you can actually see a lot of banks are there. International banks, Canada Bank, ABA Bank, even Malaysia Bank like Public Bank, Hong Leong Bank, or even Maybank. There are actually a lot of Singapore Bank as well. So as for commercial, it's just take 1 minute walk to TK Avenue from this project. So imagine how near it is and how convenient it is. So TK Avenue is actually a place where there are a lot of bistro, cafe and restaurants, and then a lot of youngsters would love to hang out at that area. And Starbucks is also in TK Avenue. So this area is like Bangsa, our Bangsa over here, all right? So supermarket is also nearby, and then 3 minutes to Samai Square, which is very near, and then 1,000 meters to Kok Market. The market is more on local people, and then there are a lot of local foods, just our market over here. And then there are also Oriental Culture Plaza, and then there are Marco Supermarket, and it's only 10 minutes to Aeon Mall 2, and Pakistan will be opening soon as well.
Wow, Chloe, it sounded like everything is there. You want to go to the bank, you can go to the bank. You want to go for coffee, you want to go for tea. It's just, and yeah, for people who doesn't know, TK Avenue is very popular in Togo itself, and it's actually have 30 over I would say that the store is actually a shop lots by itself, right? So not only that, medications such as Royal Port-au-Prince Hospitals and Victoria International Hospital and Kema Clinic are also located there. Furthermore, many international like Western International Schools and Beijing International Academies and University of Port-au-Prince is also there. And nevertheless, Australian Central for Education, AEC, and Stanford American International Schools is also located at this district. So you can just imagine all these kind of schools. When you're talking China, you have Beijing there. Australia, you have ACE there. And even the University of Port-au-Prince is there. So Western is always there. So can you imagine there is so many international universities there? That enhance the area, that shows that area has actually a lot of foreigner and expatriates there.
Yeah, just to highlight again, like Aeon Mall 2, which is there, and Pakistan is actually a very grand thing, like we mentioned in our last few episodes. It's something very high class mall. It's not like our small Aeon Mall here, which is more like a supermarket. Over there are a lot of brands, and then even the brands that are not available in Malaysia, they have it over there. So it's a very high class mall. So it's always very crowded, especially during weekends. People will prefer to go there. And like one of our audience here saying that the weather there is very hot. So people will actually go there for the aircon, and can eat, can shop the whole day. So it's crowded during the weekend, all right? So imagine all the amenities and all the, like Angela mentioned, the hospitals are there, and then even the academies are there. Imagine like international students may want to rent your unit if you own one. Yeah, and then the doctors and the nurses can be your tenants, and then expatriates working in the banks, because it's not a local bank for them, it's international banks, so they'll be expatriate as well. So TK Avenue is the most popular and busy high street of Phnom Penh. So furthermore, and now TK Star project is offering loan for foreign buyer from self-operated bank. So it's actually Evergrowth, Cambodia specialized bank. It's a commercial bank with license issued by the National Bank of Cambodia to provide professional finance services to customers in Cambodia, so as well as foreigners. So it's a plus thing for this project.
Wow, that is very good. I mean, most of the products we share in Cambodia are self-financed. In short, we say cash buyers, okay? But TK Stars is actually offering loans to foreigners. And not just that, they also offers guaranteed rental return for 7% for 2 years.
Yes, it's amazing. But before we go into that, let me just go through the project details, okay? A little bit of project details, okay? So this project is a 35-story. It's a mixed development project comprising of 7 and 04 units, 704 units, okay? So there are 10 units shops and 206 units of hotel room. So this hotel is going to be an international brand hotel, a 5-star Windham hotel, and it is located at the 27th to 33rd floor. So there will be commercial, and then there will be hotels, and then there will be residential. So the residential will be the 2nd floor to the 26th floor, while the ground floor and the 1st floor will be the shops and restaurants. Like we mentioned before, foreigners can't own the ground floor. So it's just nice, 2nd floor for the residents for foreigners, okay? So the facilities will be at the rooftop, which is on the 35th floor. And then there will be a Skyline Infinite pool, and then there will be a rooftop bar. There will be a gym, fitness, and multi-purpose and shopping mall. And then, okay, let us play a short video on the view of the condo is facing, okay? And have a look at it.
1 minute. So has anyone been to Cambodia?
Yes.
Yes. Not you, okay? 1 minute.
They've been there like long time ago, they said. Some been there long time ago.
All right. Okay. All right. So that is actually a short video just to show you each of the facing directions. Again, for your information, many ministers in Cambodia are actually staying at this district, such as the Minister of National Defense, Prime Minister office are also located as Toko. Guess what, Kowe? Owners and guests can actually enjoy 5-star parking experience in TK Stars, which is the smart security car park and the Eco Skies Garden to keep your homes within nature. And most of the time you see everybody stays in an apartment. They often complains that the apartment is, you know, there's no greens, no nothing, you can't have your garden. So in this case, TK actually offers an Eco Skies Garden, you know, where you can actually keep some greens there. You can actually go over there, you know, the feeling of being in a house and land kind of feelings.
Yeah, talking about the parking, it is I'm quite amazed because I've not really seen it in Malaysia. There is, but not a lot. So the parking is like parking is costly and limited in almost every major city, even in KL. Even if you go there to the mall, and then the parking is going to cost a lot, right? So it's same happen in the world, even in Melbourne as well. So this parking system is called smart parking. So it's like a service-oriented, intelligent parking system, which drivers can actually view and reserve a parking spot in the fly. So which means you can collect your car at the front entrance, and the car will be driven to you. So it's like a machine, you know, going in, and then it goes like a whole thing. So it's like really amazing. So this smart parking using sensing devices such as a camera, vehicle counting equipment to determine occupancy of the parking lots.
Yes, indeed. Actually, having this kind of parking is really very expensive. The reason why we do have to highlight is because TK Stars actually offer this kind of parking, smart parking systems, and this is a very high technology to have these smart security car park. You know, so yeah, again, it's 351 parking space allocated at basement 1 to 5th floors. And they are also offering properties management service to those who can't speak English and Mandarin. They have these property management service that can help you. They speak all kind of language. You can speak Camel, Cambodians, English, and Mandarin. And of course, they also take care of your own properties as well as the guest house.
Yeah, not only that, IQI Cambodia office is also located at Tukok district. So having an office locally there is also able to assist investors. So in renting and also selling their properties in future. So, but for this case, TK Star, they have their own property management, which is a surplus for this property, right? So yeah, so the rent price in this district, so for a studio or one bedder size about 50 to 55 square meter is from around 450 to 500 per month. We are talking about US dollar, okay? Not ringgit Malaysia, yeah.
And not weekly, okay? It's monthly, all right?
Yeah, okay. So for those condo which come from with better facilities and more well furnished, so they can get around like 850 a month, yeah. So the completion date of TK Star is mid of 2021, and this is a freehold property.
Yes, and of course, Chloe did mention about 850. I would say the 850 monthly is the one that closest to TK Stars. The one that 450 to 500 monthly is slightly away, but is still at the Tukok district areas. Well, back to TK Stars offers. So TK is offering a 2 years GRR. In short, I name it as you say GRR. For those people who doesn't know, it's actually guaranteed rental return for 7% per year, which means that you can get 14% for 2 years for investors. However, investor can opt for no guaranteed rental returns if they choose not to for their own stays, or if they think that that area might fetch higher than 7%, they can just take it back and opt out for no guarantee returns, in short. So therefore, you can actually deduct right away 14% of the total price. So in other words, if you do not want to take a GRR, you can take 14% of the original price discount. So for this, we have the payment scheme. We have 2 types. That is one with GRR and one without GRR. Okay, for GRR payment scheme, if the investor make one time of payment, which means that is cash buyer, there will be a 13% discount. And if 1 year installments, will be 10% discount. If it's 2 years installments, will be 5% discount. But if you are getting loan from developer, it will be another 10% discount. So again, like I say, TK Stars is a group. They have these ever growth banks that can offer you loan. So in other words, people will probably ask about how do you get into loan or what. So in this case, the restriction is not so, because they own banks, so therefore they make it much more easier if you can just show them, salary slips, employment letters to show that your cash flow is good enough. Then you are entitled, and the max they can go is actually 70%.
Yeah. So just now Angela mentioned one is with GRR and one without GRR, just to highlight, because when it comes to all this payment scheme is a little bit confused, right? When we talk like this. So people who are not very, we would like to know more can actually PM us. So just now Angela mentioned is for GRR payment scheme. So now I'm going to talk about is those without GRR payment scheme. So after the 14% deducting from the total price, okay, if the investors make one-time off payment, which is the cash buyer, so there will be a 6% discount. 6, yeah. So if they opt for a 1-year installment, then there will be a 3% discount. So if 2 years installment, then there will be 2% discount. So if getting loan from the developer, there will be a 3% discount.
So I think it is best if those who are interested, especially audience who are very confused because we do not write it down, and you can actually ask us. We can write in detail in our comments here. All right, no worries. It just take a little bit of time while we are talking. We will not just type it on. But if you would like to know, we will just type it on, or you can just PM us. No worries, okay? This project is currently one of the one that actually offers a bank loan, and like I said, we have done many talks about Cambodia properties. They either give installments, but they do not give bank loan. But in this case, TK Stars actually offers you loan. So therefore, loan is always the questions when it comes to investments. So grab this opportunity where you can pledge on the currencies.
Yeah, true. Like we mentioned just now, like owning a property in Cambodia is like only US dollars, right? And not, you can actually peg on the currency. And not to mention, TK Star is located in Tu Quoc, a prime central business district area. And this project provides loan and also GRR of 7% per year for 2 years. But of course, those that actually who doesn't want the loan and wanted to rent themselves, they can do that as well. Then there will be a 14% discount of the total price. So for those who are really keen to know more on where is the opportunity for the Cambodia real estate, there will be a private event talk on Cambodia property in Zoom session. So on this Sunday, on 26th July at 3 p.m. So for audiences that are keen, you can actually register with us to get the Zoom link. You certainly wouldn't want to miss this event.
Yes, we will be talking about a few different projects as well. You can take it as a comparison, and we are talking about 3 p.m. Malaysia time, okay? GMT +8 Malaysian times at 3 p.m. So, yes, I would say that it's always good to know about Southeast Asian market, especially such countries, emerging market countries. You can just PM us in International Sales Facebook, or you can also visit us at YouTube. And not to forget Campedia, CAMPEDIA, or Instagrams.
Yeah, true.
So is that any questions or Chloe at your side there? Did you see anything?
Let me check. Yeah, it is freehold, and then can actually get financing as well for this project, which is a surplus. So I personally actually like this Tu Quoc area. We've been there, right, Angela, a lot of times.
Remember that place is actually just next to Domina Pizza.
Oh yeah.
Remember that when we went there, I mean, that was really a lot of people at the show. So we were just actually walking to the Domino Pizza and grab something to eat for a bite before our turns to be attended. That
Yes,
time. Yes.
yes. That area is actually quite very convenient on that area. I like the TK Avenue.
Yes. It's actually a CBD areas. I mean, one of the CBD's areas. Okay. So with this kind of offers and with hotels inside in the same building, I mean, you look at it, and it's definitely, if the place is not good enough, the hotel will not come in. The hotel has done more surveys than us. I mean, hotels coming in means that area is super good, and you owning a property just with the hotels together. So you're talking about renter wise is definitely not an issue. Plus, those people who worry about um, renting out, yes, they do have two management right now. One that is offered by the TK Stars and one that is from IQI. So you have two insurance there. And another third one, which is the GR.
Yeah, true. The price for this apartment, this condo is around, it depends on whether it's studio or one bedroom, two bedroom, but I would say the ranging, it will be about 80,000 to 140,000. It depends on which layout.
Currently, we have one bedder left. I think the two bedders is not much, it's one bedder. We do have a few units of one bedder. The last time I went there, it was, there was too many people. So it's really unable for me to ask what is the units available. But I'm glad that we work with them right now. We can able to see.
I think when we went that time, they were really like almost complete, and then we can actually take a lift there, but it was.
But we didn't, because it's quite dangerous.
Yeah, because the lift is exposed,
Yeah, and we have to wear safety helmets to get there, and then there's no guarantees of the safety if you want to really see the apartments, because it was just constructed, and then it's different level, you can actually view beautiful view. So we were hesitating that whether we should, but at the end we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't. I think this is a great opportunity for those people who would like to diversify their investment to other countries, and then they can check out on Cambodia real estate market, because it's really booming and emerging, and especially when they are also using US dollar, you can also pack on the currency, because this is actually US dollar is a very
stable. I would say very stable currency. Yes.
Very stable currency.
Like you say, owing apartment is just like owing a USD.
US dollar. Yeah. Okay, so I think people who are keen to actually know more, you can actually go to to attend this private event talk on this Sunday. Again, I'd like to highlight this Sunday, 26th July at 3 p.m. So y'all can actually PM us or register with us to get the Zoom link. So we do have other projects in different areas of Cambodia. So do stay with us in international prop chat. If you all have any question, feel free to PM us, PM me, PM Angela, PM our international sales Facebook page, or our YouTube or Campedia as well. So stay with us every Friday at 9:30 p.m. on different updates on project. Not only Cambodia, we also have other countries as well. All right, so I'm Koi.
And I'm Angela. Stay safe and take care. We will see you again.
All right, thank you. Bye.